Yeah. So going into edit mode, changing its shape, like I can select this face and then move it. All these are like changing its shape. When I scale it, when I rotate it, or when I change its location from one place to another place, it is all first three types of transformation. It has to do only with the transform aspect of any object. It is like, yeah, it is like, suppose for example, no, if Rahul is getting transferred to one place to another place, or he is shifting his company from one company to another company, it's regarding this transform. But if he is going to become a different role, he is going to work as a different role completely. He got some promotion, he got like that, or he is changing his career itself to profession to some other field like that. So that is like, we can say it is a kind of, the role itself is changing, the shape itself is changing. So like that, for objects also we can change its position, rotation, and size and all. But when you want to change its shape, you have to go to edit mode and then pull the face, or make it bigger, or whatever you want to do. That is changing the shape. So this is fourth type of transformation. Fifth type of transformation is visible, whether it is hiding, it is in visibility, or not, it is hidden. That is also a kind of change in its presence. Okay. Yeah. So these kind of transformations we are trying to make in an object, whether it be a character or anything. So for those things we need a mechanism for that. If it is like just a cube, just one single object, I don't need any tools, any external entity to move it. Already the software has provided me move option. This gizmo is being provided, rotate gizmo is there, scale gizmo we are seeing, all this, that is enough for me. But when it comes to little bit complex things, I have to create uh, my own control for it, so that through that entity, through that controlling entity, I can control that guy, this object. So right, so yeah, so that is the purpose of rigging. So we have to create controls to bring some change in, bring some transformation in an object. Five types of, inside these five types of transformation, any one or two or more than, or all of them, we can make through these controls, creating these controls. So for these creating these controls, Blender software or any 3D software, standard 3D software, they are providing something called bones. Yeah, bones. There are many softwares like this. They are all not standard softwares. Yeah. When you see standard softwares, there is Blender, there is Maya, and yeah, 3ds Max, and Lightwave. The like that, what you are saying, no? Lightwave one software was there. It is no more in use. Where people are not using, because it has very limited tools, and it is not at all user friendly. Blender is like a butter in your hand, something so flexible. If it is there, no, and you can hold it also, despite its flexibility, its versatility, still you can hold it and play with it. You be friendly with it, means that is the software called Blender. So it's very rare, and it is available for free of cost. That is, even on top of it, it is available for free of cost. So it's really, mm, yeah. That is Maya is, yeah. I agree that. I agree, but now slowly it is, the companies are using both. Yeah. Maya department is there already. It is existing. They are not removing it. They cannot remove it also, but they are adding Blender, so that, no, yeah. They cannot. Companies cannot become against the commercial enterprises like Maya, Autodesk and all. It becomes a problem for them. That is why they have to they buy some license of Maya also, and it is useful also, of course. In Maya also many things are done. It's also a powerful software, but Blender is free of cost, and it is no software will come vendor will come to you and do anything. If you are going to do anything in YouTube video, all that, no, everything you can do, video editing, everything complete you can do in this Blender. So end to end it is end to end support it is able to provide. So people, definitely companies are changing means adding this Blender software also, so we cannot deny that. Yeah, yeah. Right. So now these bones, what the bones has to do with any object. That is, I was talking about controlling an object. Okay, so you may ask me like, okay, bones are going to control the object. Yeah, yes, yes is the answer. So how it's going to control? Right, I will show you that. First, I will show you the bones. Okay, I'm in object mode, add, and then in Blender, bones are called armature. Okay, yeah, armatures. So let me load it. There is, if you go to add, under the menu, add menu, you will see this armature, and yeah, single bone, human, metallic, animals, basic, all are there. They are the except for single bone, they are all just they are provided by Blender software. Like in Maya software, also we have inbuilt rigs. They themselves have given. Some people are using it, some people are not using it. They make their own rigs, because when you want to do some changes in that, you can build your own. If you are really good in that, you can make your own. So like that. Right now I'm going to use this basic tool, and then it is the tool. Okay, in the armature, this is the tool. Other things are not tools, they are just inbuilt rigs. So this single bone I'm going to choose. Yeah, now it is being loaded. So have you ever loaded this? That is, okay, okay. So, yeah, yeah, mix harmonies. Yeah, okay. Uh, okay, okay. So you did that. You did that. Very good, very good. So that is now it is now people are doing it. We will see that also. Okay, how to do that. That is the proper workflow for that. We'll see that. Right. So now we are going to understand this armature. What is this armature? If you go to interaction mode section, no, on the top left side, you will see, if you when you select an object, no, see I'm taking a mesh here, one cube here. uh, I will keep this cube here on the right side. I have selected the cube and I am going to the interaction modes on the left side. You will see object mode, edit mode, sculpt, vertex, weight, paint, all are there. Okay. So now when I select this armature, you see it is showing, it is context based, Blender is context based. So when I selected this object, that is armature, it is showing object mode, edit mode and pose mode, something called pose mode. So in object mode, you can, it is the surface most aspect of the bone. Okay, that is the advantage of Blender. In Maya, we don't have this step by step penetration into the aspects of skeletal system in Maya, but in case of Blender they have. That is why they have segregated object mode, edit mode and pose mode. Object mode is for overall surface level change, manipulation and all. You can use this object mode for the bone. And for changing its shape means its features, changing its features, they have certain features. Bone has certain features in Blender. Those features, if you want to change, you have to go to edit mode. Like how when you select an object and go to edit mode, you can change its shape. You will see new components. You will be facing it like vertex, edges, faces, like that you have for bone also. Some new, it has its own features. So those features you will interface and you can change them in the edit mode. Then next is pose mode. In pose mode, you will see it will show up in cyan color, CYAN. So this is for animation. When you want to do the animation, this is the right place to do the animation, pose mode. Right now, in the interaction modes, you will see the pose modes. Yeah, right. So now let's see what is this. That is this bone. What it is made up of. See, I will show you in the outliner. I will open this outliner hierarchy, pressing the shift, pressing hold the shift in the keyboard and then opening the hierarchy. You will see these things. See, you can see these figures, icons like showing up like a human character like that, and then bone symbol is there, human character symbol is there, and then bone collections are there. These informations are embedded inside the hierarchy in the outliner. So, uh, first we are going to look at these first two symbols or three symbols. First one is this orange color human figure like symbol you can see. Then another symbol you can see, green color human symbol, and then last comes the green color bone symbol. So I will show you that. See, when I select this bone, you can see in the properties editor three or four properties are there belonging to it. When you select an object, you will see some two properties only. See, I am selecting an object, a cube is there. It will have object properties and object data properties. Object data properties symbol will be in green color. Okay, fine. Yeah. So when I select this armature, it will show you object properties. See, object properties are there. In that it has transform, that is location, rotation, scaling, all are there. Okay, fine. Now next to that is this data properties. I am choosing this data properties in the properties editor. You see different options, settings are there, bone collections are there, which we are seeing here also, which you can see here, bone collections information is there. Those details as an interface, it is showing up inside the properties editor. It is showing up the uh, properties editor. In that you will see viewport display. In object properties also you will see viewport display. In armature properties, that is we call it armature, object data properties, armature properties you can call it. So in that armature properties also you will see these viewport display, bone collections, inverse kinematics, rigify, all these are rigify is an extra tool. Okay, it's built by even third party people can do scripting, Python scripting, and bring in some ready-made rigging templates so that you need not do that. Yeah, yeah, right, like that. So motion parts you are seeing, all these things are there. So okay, let me go to the next one, which is also green color bone kind of symbol is there. Let me select it. It is showing bone properties. Above one is armature properties, that is otherwise called data properties. What we are now what we have chosen is bone properties. So inside the bone properties we are seeing bendy bones relations. Very important in that is deform. You can see that deform is checked on. Okay, deform means what? Deform means a shape that can change. Yeah, yeah, it kind of change in the shape. Deform means it can even, it's also a negative word, like something is deforming means it is becoming ugly or something. Even in that context they use. So deform here, it means it can has the ability to change a shape of an object. So it is about the bone only. It is saying that this bone can change the shape of an object in the particular area. Suppose Yeah, yeah. If there is a single object, single a cylinder kind of object, very lengthy single height, which is having height, good height. In that, if you put some three or four bones and try to rotate the last bone, fourth bone, the fourth bone will affect only the last portion of that cylinder mesh, cylinder geometry. It won't, the fourth bone will not affect out of its boundary. He will affect only, he will make influence of only on the portion that is nearest to him, the vertices that is nearest to him. He will not affect the vertices that is above him, out of his boundary. So that is the advantage of this bones in, that is armature, in the Blender software or any software in 3D software. So that is why we are using this bones. So that, for that they have checked this, they are showing this deform checked on. Means what? This you are giving the permission for the bone to influence the object. If you are checking it off, if I switch it off, what will happen is this bone won't be influencing the object. So we should, by default it is switched on. For some bones will be switching off. These deform will be switched off. Right. Now, so next one, what we saw is, first we saw object properties, armature properties, and then bone properties we saw. Inside the bone properties only, we are seeing this, we have this deform option to switch off or on. Then the next one is bone constraints. For object also we have object constraints. We saw that is, we were using that in the follow path, all that we were using, that is for the camera to travel on a path, no? On a curve, we were using the object constraints in that follow path. Those are all constraints, they are called constraints. Constraint means it will have a hold on that, it will make it, it will bind it by location, by position, rotation, or any kind of transformation. It will bind it, that it has ability to bind it. So those tools are object constraints. Here when you select the bone and then see, just look at in the properties editor, you will see bone constraints properties. So if you go into that, you will see many number of constraints, it will be showing up. Like here also you see the follow path, all those things are there for the bone constraints also. For the bone also we have constraints, right? So let's see the structure of this bone, what it is made up of. Like how for an object it is made up of vertices. Okay, this bone is made up of the vector only. See, if I, when I choose this move option, you are seeing this vector, this axle, right? Blue color, green color. This itself is a bone actually. See, I will show you. I have selected this bone and gone into, entered into edit mode. Okay, I'll go into the front viewport and then select this, or select the top one. That is, this is called head. What you are seeing, no? See that the bottom one, or let me show it like this. See, this is the head actually. This part is the head, and this part is the body, and this part is the tail. Yeah, head, body, tail, like that. So you see what is happening when I select. I am in edit mode. Okay, now I will move this guy, this tail, and snap him on the head itself. See, there is no entity now. You see that there is no entity, he has no entity only. So what it is just an axle actually. If you see, it is just an axle. The geometry is an excuse, visual excuse. It has no existence actually. It need not show up in the 3D viewport at all. But for us to use it, for us to see and position it and orient it and scale it, change the size and all, it is just there. But even if, when it is not there, that is when I do like this, no, that is when I put its tail on the head, its existence is no more now. But that is existence visually, it is not showing up, but its entity is there, but there is no shape there, geometry is not there, because geometry is not needed actually. But for our use utility, for us to use it, it is there. So this is the nature of this bone. It cannot be, it is not a renderable object, though it is seen as like as if as a kind of polygon, a cube kind of thing, trapezium or some shape, some kind of shape it is looking like, but still it is not an object to be rendered. In rendering, it won't be it won't show up, right? So it is just an entity which can influence the mesh. That is his role, that's all. Beyond that, there is no role for him. Yeah, right. So how to use it, I will show you. Rigging is very interesting thing, but we have to, in the beginning it will be a bit difficult, huh? But later it will be nice actually, right? Now, yeah, now I'll go to same armature and then add the same single bone, and I'm going to once I add the single bone in the world space, 3D space, it comes like this, it shows up like this, it stands like this only, just on the origin, on the floor, on the 000 it stands. Okay, let me now zoom out in the front orthographic view. I will select the bone and then go into edit mode, sorry, and I am selecting this tail. Okay, I am selecting this tail. um, I'm selecting this tail and then pressing E in the keyboard, and then I'm extruding one more bone upon it. See, I have extruded one more bone. Extruded means you know that it is duplicating, it is protruding, it is like projecting one more. Huh? It is copying, making a copy of itself and then projecting it. It is not just containing itself inside the same space, it is coming out also. So now you are seeing that it has one more has come out. It is its offspring. Okay. So now let me add one more bone. Press E and then press Control, and then so that it will move in one direction. I don't want it to loosely move like this. So that is why I'm pressing Control and then you making use of this axle to move it and place it on the top. Right. Now I have added 3 bones. Maybe sizes are different. Okay, it's okay. Right. Now, okay, I have added 3 bones. Let me just go into edit mode and then move it and see. See, in edit mode, see how it is showing up. Sorry, how it is showing up. See, like this. If I rotate, see how it behaves. It is behaving like this. Yeah, yeah. Now let me go into the pose mode. Now I will choose the move option or rotate option. I am choosing the rotate option. See where it is located. It is showing up its pivot on its source only, head only it is showing. It is not showing the pivot, this handle rotation option, or this move option, move handle, rotation handle, or scale handle. It is all is located on the starting of the bone, particular bone. Okay, for this bone, this is the head. For this bone, this is the tail. In case of this bone, this next bone's head is the tail for this guy. Okay, yeah. You cannot select it separately, but in edit mode you can separate it selectly. See, I can select only this one, I can select only this one, I can select only this body. See, like this I can select, yeah, only this one I can select, like this. So this is head, body and tail. Again this becomes a head for this bone and body and tail. Again this body, this object, this ball becomes a head for this bone, next bone, and this is the body and tail. So this is how it is arranged. Now let me go to pose mode. In the pose mode, Blender has kept it, the placed its pivot at the beginning of this bone, every bone. You can see here, every bone. See, like this. Um, so this is very important, that they have placed the pivot not without any reason. When you select it, the pivot is placed here only on the beginning, at the beginning of the beginning of every bone, right? Now, yeah. So I told you that this pose mode will be used for animation. So that is why they are giving the pivot at its beginning, at its starting position, this for every bone. In case of edit mode, this edit mode is a, in other way it is called construction mode. We can call it a construction mode. That is where you build the framework. Actually, generally the we call this body, if you see our body, our biology, it is just made up of cells which is almost like liquid. Okay, it is not actually a solid, it is a liquid. It is mostly made up of it, 72, even yeah, more than that I think. So yeah. So it is made up of liquid. That is why when someone is hanging himself, and if it is, if that body is there inside a room or something, no, after a few days it will start dripping. It will become a liquid and keep on dripping. There won't be blood and all. It will be like some oily kind of thing. It will be like saliva kind of thing. So it is mostly liquid only. So apart from that, what we have is this bone. It is a framework. Without that framework, this liquid semi fluid kind of biology won't stand without that framework. So here also same, it's a kind of framework. To build the framework, no, you need these bones are the tools with which you can build a framework. And then upon that you have the mesh, which is like our body, which is a soft object, so that you are showing up in render, but you don't have to show up this bones in the render. So here also same. So to construct the bones, to construct the framework, for even while constructing the building, no, they construct a framework around it. That is first pillars, all that, there will be like angles and all, iron rods and all they'll be planting, all that. These are frameworks, then they will build the walls like that. Say, so this framework is very important. That is what you will be doing inside this edit mode. So edit mode is a kind of, otherwise it can be called as construction mode. So in construction mode, yeah, that is why they are giving this the pivot not in the that is not in the at the center. See, everything is a component in the construction mode. Once you make when a pillar is in making, no, every brick you can have a control. Okay, once a pillar is made, you will call it just a pillar. You don't have any, you cannot you don't have any access to its components. That is, you cannot you have to break it to bring to see a brick, a piece of brick in it. So same way here also, in edit mode you can see the building blocks of it. Every bone, see the body, head I am selecting, body I am selecting, the tail I am selecting, like that. Every component I can see, every building block I can access it. But in case of pose mode, you don't have any head, body, tail access. It is all just one amalgamated, one single entity. So yeah, so in construction mode, you have the access to the building blocks, every minute component of it. So what are these components? Again, same thing: head, body, and tail. This is how it is made up of. Right now, yeah. Now, so we have constructed this one in the edit mode. Right. This is the uh, uh, what for this object, what we are going to add a mesh for that rig. This is enough. This kind of construction, this pattern of bones arrangement is enough. Right. Let me go to object mode and add a mesh cylinder. Right, I'm going to front view and then scaling it to small, reducing its size. Fine, fine. Now I'll place it on the top of the floor and I'm trying to match the bone. See, if you want, you can like this, you can make it transparent. uh, yeah. Now I am selecting the object. I am in object mode, selecting the object and then going into that is edit mode for the object, and then pressing Control in the keyboard and making it that is little bigger, matching the height of the bones, how much it is there, same to cover up the object. uh Right. Now I am clicking right click. I am doing right click on the object and shade smooth, or shade smooth by angle I am choosing. Right. Now I am going to add some. You see, I need some. See some one, two. How many articulations are there in the bone? I will show you. See how many articulations are there. See, this is called articulation. Okay. Yeah. So how many are there? 1, 2. Articulation 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, this is 1, this is 2. So at least these many loop cuts should be there. Cuts should be there in the object. So let me. So inside the object there are no horizontal cuts. See, there is no horizontal cuts. At least 1 and 2 should be there. That is here 1 and here 1. I will add it. Control R, and then I am adding one here. Another Control R, I am adding one more here. So that this bone is going to turn these guys. He will have something to influence. He will have some vertices for him to influence. Without people in the village, no, what a king can do, he has to rule, no, he needs some people, he needs to make some income for his country or village by making the people to putting the people to work on fields and whatever business. So then only then he will, so he is going to control them. Like way, same way here also, this bone is going to control whom? These vertices. So these top portion of vertices, this there are 3 bones in this. See, this top third bone will be controlling this what I have selected. This this second bone will also control small portion of it, and then control this portion of the object, and then first bone will control this portion of the object. This is how the object, that is these 3 bones are dividing between each other, that you control that area, I will control this area, and this guy will control the bottom area. Like that they are they are like allotting themselves. Yeah. So if you see an object, if you may say that why not we can just call an empty, add empty, and then that empty can also when I move the empty, this object also can move, no, I can make it a parent. The empty will be the parent and this object will be the child. So when the empty moves, the object also moves. That way we can do, no, you may say. But the entire object moves. So for the particular portion to move or rotate or something, no, we need bones. These bones, what they will do, they will yeah, move the object, not the entire object. One portion of the object it will influence. So like that. Hmm. Hmm. That is deform in the sense what? Which one? What is the tool? Simple deform. Yeah. See, simple deform will influence entire thing. When you rotate, no, when you make a rotation in the empty object offset or something, it will influence the entire object. It won't, even though vertex groups are there, but still it will have influence. This is also vertex group only, I will show you that. So this bone is will particularly influence that object. From it has the pivot point also, and it has the pose mode also, for especially mode where you can animate the bones. Yeah. So, yeah. So bone is very particularized selection for animating a small portion or big portion in an object. uh. So it other deform there. That is why you are calling that also deform. Okay, that is also a deform tool which can change the shape of an object. Yeah, it can change the shape of an object. This also can change the shape of an object, but control is different. It has more particularized control, this, when it comes to bones. But in case of simple deform and all, it is having very overall uh, influence upon the object. So that is where these deformation tools are different. Yes, simple deform also is a deformation tool. Bones are also a deformation tool. In the when you list the number of deformation tools, bones, simple deform, lattice also will show you. Lattice, all are there in the deformation tools. But bone is very particularized. It can control a particular portion like that. It's very unique in all of them. Right. Now, yeah. Now let me delete this one. Right. Now let's join these bones and objects. Mesh. I mean, object means mesh. All are objects. Camera is also an object, but here I'm talking about the mesh. So let me name it as mesh. Name this cylinder as mesh. Right. Now I am going to select this armature. First this mesh, and then select the armature. This is the selection order. First we should select the mesh. Okay. Who is going to be influenced? Who is the driven? Who is the driver here? Driver is the bones, because because now object is going to lose the individuality to control himself. He is going to submit himself to the bones armature. So he will be a slave, he will be a subordinate, and the master is the armature. So first select the subordinate and then go for the master. So I am selecting the mesh and then armature. This is a selection order. Now you will see the armature is in yellow color selection, the mesh is in orange color selection. So active selection should be armature. Means for whoever is going to control, he should be in bright yellow color. Right. Now, yeah. Now I am going to press Control P, and it is showing a parenting menu. In that parenting menu, we have this. You are watching, no? You are watching at the screen only. Yeah, right. So you can see this parenting menu. In that object key, transform, all of these things are there. So in that, what you have to choose under that armature deform, you have this third option called automatic weights. I am choosing it. Right. It is now bound. Now it is bound by, this object is completely bound by the skeletons or these bones armature. Yeah. It is not like join option. Join means they become merged, they become one object. You can see this mesh inside this armature, actually it has become the child of it. But the child, this childing, this type of childing is different. This is not a regular parent child relationship, because here it's going to bend the shape, it's going to change the shape of the object. So in parent child relationship it has nothing to do with the shape, it has just to do with the normal regular rotation, positioning and scaling, all that you can do, but not the changing of shape. So now I am selecting this armature. I have done the skinning. This is called skinning or enveloping. We have many words for this. Okay, this binding, no, skeleton binding the mesh. Mesh means what? Skeleton binding the vertices, group of vertices in the object. The skeleton will not see it as a mesh. It will see this object as a vertices, as a bunch of vertices. Like how a king is going to see people not as an individual, he will see as a group of vertices, he will see group of people, bunch of people. Like that, he will also, this skeleton also is looking at the object as a bunch of vertices. In his eyes, it will be seen as bunch of vertices only. So in that skeleton, you have three bones. One bone is has conquered one portion of vertices. Another bone has conquered another portion of vertices. Like that, they have conquered. They have allotted. Right, right. Now I am selecting this armature and going into pose mode. I am selecting one bone and trying to rotate it. See, yeah. So I am selecting this another bone also. I am rotating it. So you can see the influence, how it is influencing. Yeah. So this is the hierarchy. If you see, this bone is under this bone. This bone is under this bone. This is the parent bone. This is the son, and this is the grandson. Like that you can say. So when the that is grandfather is moving, the entire thing will move. Yeah, when the sun is moving, the this thing also will rotate. That is when we cannot move it, because it is that is, it is parented by connection. In bone we have two types of connection. One is connected physically. You can see that is, it is connected physically. See, I'll go into edit mode and show you the detail. It is connected physically. See, you can see the connection here. Okay, now I can actually separate it also. See, I will separate it. I will select the object, the middle bone, and then press alt P. Regularly we do this for parenting and deparenting. So same option, alt P I am using, and it is showing a small menu. In that, clear parent I will do. Yeah, right. Now you see they are disconnected. Okay, I'll go into pose mode. Now I'll be able to move it actually. So it is like how, in your hand, suppose someone's hand, forearm hand arm bone is there, forearm bone is there. Okay, the forearm bone is connected to the arm bone, right? Your forearm bone is connected to the arm bone. Once some accident is happening, the forearm bone can be moved independent of the arm bone. It can be moved completely separately. It can be isolated. Same way here also, I have separated it. I have broken the connection between the son and the father. So now I am able to move the son separately. Okay, I am isolating it. So but when it is again, I can even connect it. How? Again same thing, first select the son and then father, and then control P for connecting. I am choosing connected. See, two types of parenting it is showing. One is connected, physical connection. Another is just offset. Offset means movement. Okay, location. When this guy, it is like how when a girl is moving, you will also move with her. Okay, but you are not physically connected. She will be different in different little far away from you, but still when she is going, you will also move with her. You will also follow her. That is offset movement, offset parenting. Okay, she is a parent, you are the child. She is moving and you are also moving. But when there is a physical connection, when she is going to move, you are also completely together will move. That is, and there will be a limitation also. She cannot move by herself without your help. In this offset, she can move little away. There can be a different distance variation. The distance can vary time to time, but here that when you are physically connected with her, the distance cannot vary. It will when she is moving abrupt same time, you will also be moving like that, or when you are moving, she will also move like that. So that is a kind of connection they have given, physical connection, connected, and then keep offset, just moving, following, just like following. So I am choosing the connection, physical connection. Now you see, when I go to pose mode, I cannot move this bone independent of that. I can only rotate it. Yeah. So right, these and all they have given it for reason. Okay. Uh, there is a reason for this. Why they have given these options, like sometimes offset, offset feature or connection feature. All these why they have given it. There is a reason, right? So if you see, one thing you notice, we can that is in edit mode, when you move this bone, the object is not at all influenced. Do you see that? Yeah, it is not influenced. Means what? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. So if you see in edit mode, no, in pose mode, when I move, when I rotate this object, that is when I rotate, move this bone, the entire object is moving. But when I go into edit mode and I'm selecting the bone and I'm trying to move, only the bone is moving, not the object. Yeah. Means what? This is what is the advantage of Blender. In Maya, there is no such, uh, there is no such window. It is like how, uh, suppose you have joined a company, uh, and you are you are thinking about your, like you are not satisfied with that for some reason. So you are like feeling that if I had done this course, or done this, if I had taken this major, this subject in the college, maybe my life would have diverted to something else, like that, no? Like how in Back to the Future movie, this guy will hero will type the 1955 or something inside the time car. So same way, you are also like typing some time and then going back and changing the, now you are right in front of your college, and you are going to the office and changing this, rewriting the uh, form that I am choosing this particular subject, not the like that. So now again, you don't have to undergo everything same thing. Just now you are in a different place. Okay. So same way here also it is. It is like going back in time. What you have done, you can change it always. The plant behind, the mechanism behind the functioning of something, no, there you are going, like how in hospital or anywhere, no, you will see many things on the first floor, second floor, all these they are there. So under the hospital, you will see the plant, AC plant, all these things, oxygen, many things will be there. So yeah, yeah, there if you change anything, it will affect the first floor, second floor, right? If you make change in the electricity board or anything, no, under the yeah, yeah, underneath the building basement, it will change like that. This is also a kind of basement only. Okay, so this post mode is a kind of floor, there is upper portion of the building, and this edit mode, construction mode, is a kind of basement. So what you change you whatever changes you are going to make in the basement, that will affect immediately the upper portion of the building. Okay, so that is why in this edit mode, if you change this bone like this, no, I am keeping this bone like this. Okay, yeah, I'll go to the post mode. See, it will remain like this only. Yeah, but I should not move it here. I should not go to pose mode and then move it here. See, if I move it here, if I move it here, no, see what is happening. I'll go to pose mode and then move it. Entire object is moving. So without independent of object, without affecting the object, you want to make some change means in pose mode it's not possible. In pose mode you just have to animate it. That's all. You have to go to construction mode. You have to go to the basement and then just move this bone here and then go to pose mode and the change is there without affecting the object shape. So this is the advantage of Blender. Okay, Blender in Maya we don't have this. It's a tremendous feature we have in Blender. It's a very nice feature, right? So this is the difference between object mode, edit mode. In object mode, if you see, no, I can scale it bigger. For example, no, you have a character. Okay, now you are the rigger. Another guy is a set props artist. That is, he is a BG artist. He will be like modeling the interior, exterior, all that. Now, he is a BG artist. Your friend is a BG artist, and you are a rigger. You have done a character rigging or some rigging. Okay. Now, another guy is there who is a assembling guy, who is a 3D generalist. Okay, this guy will do the assembling. That is, he will take the rig file from you, character rig from you. He will take also the BG file from the BG artist. That is the exterior he has done, no, where this character is going to walk on the road. He has that BG artist had created the road, buildings, and all. Okay, so both he needs. He will, what he will do? He will assemble the character rig and then the building, roads and all. So in his Blender, he will first load the character rig and then file append and load the building, roads and all. Now the character will be smaller or bigger. Okay, so he has to set the ratio. He has to scale the character to the correct size. If the character is like so big, like to the height of the building, means how it will be matching? It won't be logical, right? So he has to set the ratio. If building is so and so size, the character has to be so and so size. So he will change the character's size. How? By scaling it. So that scaling he should not do in the pose mode. He should do in the object mode only. Yeah, yeah. So now there is a building here, and this is a character. You just assume that this is a uh, building. This cube is a building. Control A, all transforms and view. This is a building. Now this character, I have to move this character and then set the ratio. Okay, this is building, right? So let me, this guy has to be very small. He is like, this is like this guy's height is like almost like first floor. He is touching, his hand can touch the first floor balcony, like that it is. So he should be very small like this. So this is the ratio, this is the building. Do you see that? Huh? Yeah, right. So this is the purpose we are. That is, if only if you listen these things. No, if you see in YouTube, it won't be like you will miss it. That is why I am wanting you to listen in the class only. No? Right. So next thing is, I am going to show you one trick. So I am adding a single bone here. Um, I'm pressing G in the keyboard and then press Control, and then I'm horizontally going to add extrude bones like this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So extrude bone like that. This way also we can extrude, or you can do like this. See, I'm just pressing G for moving the an object. I'm inside the edit mode. I have selected the bone and then into edit mode. I'm pressing G. I have selected the tail of the bone. I'm pressing G and Control and placing it horizontally and selecting the body of the bone, the middle part, and then right click subdivide. So you don't have to extrude it from the tail. You may not select the tail and then press E and then extrude it like that. You need not place it at all. You can just right click on that body, select the body and right click subdivide. You can do it, will subdivide, and on the left side as usual settings will appear. There you can choose how many bones can be subdivided. Like this you can increase the numbers, it will get subdivided. Right. Yeah, yeah. Right. Now, what we are going to do is uh, we are going to there is only two are needed. Um, yeah, like this I'm going to do. See, this one I'm just going to move it little upward, and then armature. That is, I will go here. I have to add one more bone and then keep it like this, and then Alt P, clear parent. Then I'll go into post mode and select this bone, and then we are going to add constraint. So I'll go into the bone constraints which I showed you. I'm selecting this bone, second bone, and then going into bone constraint properties, add bone constraint, and then adding inverse kinematics. That is, what is this inverse kinematics means? See, when if you want to uh, make this rotate, these two bones rotate together, I have to select each bone and then rotate it. Like this I have to rotate, and then like this I have to rotate. So I don't want to do that. At single shot, at one shot, I want to rotate both of them at the same time. So for that we need an external entity for doing that. So that is what this rigging is all about. So we are going to add something called inverse kinematics. We call it IK in short. So that IK I am going to add. For that I have added one bone here. In the edit mode I have extruded one bone here which is separate from the two bones. So this bone will become the controller of these two bones. That is, when I move this bone, these two bones will together rotate. That is the aim of this action. Right now I will go into post mode. I will select this second bone. Okay, first bone, second bone, two bones are there. In this last bone I have to select, and then I am going to bone constraint and inverse kinematics. Now it is asking for who is going to control it. Okay, I am going to tell him inside your armature only. See, this is armature means it's a family. Okay, inside this family only all bones are there who are going to control all that. Right. So inside this armature, I am choosing the bone 2 and then type in the chain length 2. Now when I move this, you can see this. It is. So have you ever done this one IK? Okay, okay, right. Okay. So that is what I'm saying is, you said that is you were importing from Mixamo and all, no? Uh-huh. Uh, uh-huh. Okay, okay, fine, fine, fine. So in that case, I can go to the advanced, I think. So, okay. So, see, we are going to now uh, add a bone like this, and then right click, subdivide as you said. I'm going to subdivide into some 6 or 7 bones. Um, I'm going to add a curve for this. See, I am adding a curve for this. Okay. Huh? Do you see that? Yeah. Okay. I'm switching on the individual origins and then snap here in the vertex and then snapping on it. Extrude one more and then that is in the last. I can place it. Yeah. So do you see this curve I have added? Yeah, okay. So do you know how to scale these tangent handles? Yeah, press yes. Yeah, and then you should be in the individual origins. Okay. Otherwise, what will happen? You see, if it is in median point in the transform pivot point, see entire curve will become scaled, size changed. So it should be in the individual origins, so that only these tangent handles are scaled. Right. Now I am moving it. You can see it is bit sharp. So it let the middle tangent handle be bigger, so that when I raise it, it will have some gradual degree of curvature. So for that, right now, so we have a curve which has 3 vertices. Okay, right. Now this guy, we are going to yeah, make a rope kind of rig. Okay, right. Now I'm first uh, selecting this armature and then going into that is, do you know how, where we should change, we should that is do the parent child relationship? Are you aware of that? That is, we have to do the, okay, okay, that is, you have to do the parent childing inside the edit mode. You have to apply the constraints inside the post mode. You should not do parent childing in the post mode. Okay, you should do the parent childing only in the edit mode, right? So now I am uh, going to apply ik spline. Ik spline is also similar to inverse kinematics, normal regular inverse ik, but it's bit different. That is, bones, like how some bunch of flowers are tied on a rope, on a thread. Same way here also, these series of bones are clamped on a thread, so that when I move the thread, when I just lift a thread, this bones also will come along with it. So here also same thing. It is like a rope rig, we can call it. So who is controlling whom here? A curve is controlling bones. Bones are controlling the mesh. This is the hierarchy. So curve is the ultimate here. Curve will control the bones and bones will control the mesh. Means what? Bones will influence the mesh. Curve will influence the bones. This is the hierarchy. Right. Now I am going to give this IK spline here, and I am selecting the bone. I am going into force mode because IK spline and IK all are constraints. Basically, they are constraints. So we have to go into post mode only to see that bone constraints properties in the properties editor panel. If I go into edit mode, I won't be able to see these bone constraint properties here in the properties editor. Only when I switch to post mode, I can see this bone properties. Right now, now I will select the last bone and then go to IK spline. It is named as spline IK. Okay, in Maya it is called IK spline. Here it is called spline IK. So I am choosing it. It will immediately, as usual, show up the settings on the properties editor. I am choosing the target. It is asking who is that curve who is going to control me. Like that, these bones are asking. So I am telling him this is the curve. His name is Bezier curve. He is the one who is controlling you, who is going to control you. So I am choosing the Bezier curve. Right now, it immediately changes like this only because here in the settings you have to give the number of bones. That information you have to give. So whom are all this curve should control. So how many bones we have to count it? Let me count it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bones are there. 8. Okay. So now let me run it. Right. Now I am going to type 8 bones. So now you can see it is settled where where it was positioned, and whatever size it was previously, to that size it has settled. Now, so I have put the chain length. Chain length means it is asking number of bones. That is the measure for, that is the units. Chain length means we should not give it some 7 meters or 10 meters. No, the number of bones are the measuring units for the chain length field. So how many bones we have to give here? So here there are 8 bones, so I have given 8. Right. Now when now I will go to object mode and select the Bezier curve and go into edit mode for the Bezier curve. Now let me just move the curve and see the bones are also moving. They are also following along with it. So this is how we should do the IK spline. Now we have to do the rigging also. How to do that? That is, rigging means what? Creating mechanism as well as creating the controls for it. So that is, it is like how you have manufactured a cup like thing, but handle is not there. How one can hold? So handle is not also needed. So once you create a mechanism, you need a handle to control it also. So we are going to create the handle. So how many handles we need to create? 1, 2 and 3. So I am going to choose this first one, and we have an option for that. How I am selecting, I have selected this curve and then went into, I am inside the edit mode, and then I am selecting the first vertex and then press Ctrl H. So hook to new object, it is showing a menu. Hook, this is also a kind of modifier. Okay, hook is a modifier, like how subdivision modifier, array modifier, all are there. Hook is also hook is also a modifier. Hook, I'm going to choose this hook to new object. New object means what? It will create a new object and then hook to it. That means it will by itself create a bring a person to control. If you have already a control, then you should select hook to selected object. Okay, so here we don't need to, we don't have anyone, any control by ourselves, so we have to choose this first option, hook to new object, right? Now you can see a crosshair has appeared. You can see that. Yeah, yeah. So now I'm going to change its visibility, display as cube or something, or some strange kind of some symbol. See, you can see this symbol, or I can choose this like arrow, or arrows like this also I can choose, or cube. Let me choose a cube. So here on the right side, I can make this empty look like a cube also. It won't be having any vertex and all. See, when I select this cube, it won't have edit mode or any modes. It will have only this cube shape, and even in if I go to solid mode, it won't show up as something solid and all. It will just be a kind of, it will show up as wireframe mode. So uh, I'm reducing its size. Fine. Right. Now I'm going to select this. I will just move this and show you. See, when I move this control, yeah, so that I can control like this. So this is actually a nice option, you know, in Maya. If you see, only the end can be animated. The source can never be animated. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is not so flexible like this. See, when I do this, it is automatically stretching. Bones are stretching. Yeah, this feature we don't have in Maya. We have to apply some nodes, all that. We have to measure the length of the curve, and then give some expression. There are something called expressions and all. We have to type. It is like Python scripting. So those things and all we have to do, and then make node connections and all, like how we are doing in shaders nodes. Like that we have to do node connections and then achieve this level. But here it's so ready made that just if I hook a new object and create the IK spline, and then it will give this result, right? Now I'm going to create next one, next control also. So I will select this second point, and then control, again control H for hook. Okay, control H, and then first option, hook to new object, right? Again this also I will change to cube, and then make it smaller. We should not scale it to make it smaller. Instead we should, in the right side properties, when I select this object, you can see the data properties. In that, empty will be there, empty symbol will be there. In that you can, the size is there, huh? So let's avoid scaling for the controls, right? Now I'm again selecting the curve, and then final control also I'm going to add. I'm selecting that particular vertex. See, this is vertex and these are tangent points. Okay, see, this is, yeah, this is vertex. Okay, it's disappearing. So this middle one is vertex and these are tangent points, right? Yeah. So this one, middle one I have selected, and then control H, hook to new object, right? Now I'm going to object mode and select the empty, and then make it as cube and reduce its size, right? So now you have like you have done a rope rig. Okay, so like this you can do. Now if you see, it is very sharp. So what you have to do is you have to go to select the curve, and then select the, make it little more bigger, and then see whether it is same thing or not. Okay, so in this case what we have to do, we have to press V and then automatic. Now it will be nice. So yeah. So now it's curvature. Okay. So there are that is why I know, why these tools you have to know. So there is 99 people know can learn from, they can learn from YouTube. That is like seeing the YouTube, they can do it. But those 99 people cannot sit in the company, because so many other. It is like how in Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon movie, Bruce Lee says that who cannot pull the trigger? Pulling the trigger, anyone can pull the trigger. No, if he is going to have it, going to be provided the gun, he can also, anyone can pull the trigger. It needs no skills, no focus and all. But only for martial arts, kung fu or any martial type of martial arts, no, you need to practice it for years, and then, so yeah. So that is the, only then you we can learn. So there are, in software, creation tools, creation supporting tools, operation tools, like this many tools are there. So supporting tools, only if you know that, no, these are called supporting tools, how to create a controls and origin, pivot, many things are there, any number of things are there. So those things and all you should now what nowadays what they are doing, people are doing is, they are like uh, learning only the main things, whichever is attractive, like that it is. It is like if I go to Cochin, no, and I'm saying, I'm seeing Lulumar, and I'm seeing Ernakulam South Railway Station, North Railway Station, and some two more places. I'm seeing some hotel, all that. Okay, now I'm feeling I know Ernakulam. So that is what is happening. Yeah, so only if I know the lanes and streets and main roads and highways of Ernakulam, no, only then I can say that okay, somewhat I know Ernakulam. To some extent I can survive there. I can, even if there is no bus or anything, I can tell autowala that from here to this place I have to go. Maybe here I won't get the autos, but so I have to go to the main road and I can get the auto. Like that you can decide by yourself. So that is where we are. So this, that is why we are going for a course, proper instruction. So and and if you practice, and that also will take you later. Yeah. So you see, so we are able to move this one, and if I type it 0, it will come back to the origin point. So let's move it uh, back to the thing. Yeah. Now only thing I have to do is select the curve and then press V, that is going to edit mode, press V and then automatic. V for, V for vector. So all these options are there in the that is in the menu. Set handle type. So when you select any curve, okay, whether it is inside the graph editor or outside the graph editor, that is a curve in the viewport, Bezier curve or normal Bezier curve, you can press V and then you will see this menu, and you can choose automatic for making it curvature. Okay, first, this first option you can choose to make it curvature. Right. Now, now I'll select this cube and then make it curvature, so it will be nice. Right. So now you can bind a, like you can bind an object a cylinder or something, and rotate it, place it properly. Like this. Now I'm going to name this as mesh. I will select the armature second. So armature will be bright yellow color. Then I'll press Ctrl P, choose in the parenting menu the automatic weights, not envelope weights or empty grooves and all, only automatic weights. Now the software itself is calculate. One more thing I have to do, I have to add the, before doing the automatic weights, I have to, that is before doing the enveloping or skinning, I have to add some points here. So let me add control R like this. This time I am going to add more number of points so that it will be flexible, right? So yeah. Now let's select the mesh first and then do the same thing again. Okay, it is already the bound. I have to separate it and then again do it. Right. Now I'll select the mesh and then again I'm doing the enveloping or skinning. Control P with armature deform with automatic weights. Right. Now let me, I'm in the object mode. Select this. We have to rename this control 1, control 2, and then control 3 like this. Let me name it also. Switch on the name. Yeah. Right. So this control 2, I am going to lift it. Let's see how it is. Yeah, this is how it is. So this, if you want to animate it, like this one, sorry, this one like this, you can animate it. You can go to open the transform panel and then right click on the location and then key it at first frame, and then at 40th frame or something I can just move it like this and then key it, and in the 60th frame I can move it like this and then key it. So like this it will be moving, and yeah. So for this also I can move some, do some movement. Insert keyframe, 30th frame, so like this, and 60th frame, this way I can move it. So like this I can make the movements. And now after doing this, there is something called weight painting that also I will show you. See, wait, yeah. See, we have to switch on. That is, there is, if you go to weight paint or anything, no, this bone is not showing up in the front. For that, there is an option. You have to go to object mode or any mode. Okay, select the armature and then go to uh, object properties and then choose under the viewport display, choose in front. Now you see, you select the bones and then finally the object and then go to weight paint. You can see the bones also. Right now I will show you one more thing. In the object data properties for this mesh, okay, you see all bones are there, vertex groups. Until the vertex group, all bones are there. So now which vertex group we have selected is last bone. See this one, yeah, this one, see, These are the colors. Red color is showing the maximum influence the bone is having over this portion. These vertices, yeah. So, and when I select this bone, it is showing the maximum influence in the form of yellow color on this at this portion in the object. Like that, if you select every object, no, every bone in the vertex group, it will show the influence. So blue means there is no influence. Red means complete influence. In between colors are gradient. Like that it is. So this is called weight painting. If you don't want this weight painting, you can remove the weight painting also. Maybe in the next class I will show you that. Now, now do you have time to do this, or you will practice at home? Oh, okay, 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 fine. Right. Okay, so this is you can practice if it possible. No, you can practice. So, yeah. Okay, Rahul, thank you. Let's see in the next class. Tomorrow you'll be there. No, you'll be available at same time. Oh, okay, fine. Okay, fine. Yeah, sure.